Okay, let me quickly check if I'm on the right page and let us check if we are live or not. Yeah, okay. So we are currently live and we have five viewers. Okay, hello everyone. Very good evening to everyone who is watching this webinar. Today we'll be discussing more about the game league, and this is sort of a masterclass for the game builder as well. Okay, so I'll be telling you how to quickly create some of the logics uh, for your games. How if you're a very beginner in this, if you don't know what is game builder, I will also explain you what is game builder, and I will also be sharing some of the coupon codes and some of the tech tips and tricks for you to excel in this game league webinar. Okay, so let's see how many viewers right now we have two viewers and two likes. Okay, let me quickly check. Okay, got it. So now, I hope whoever is watching it, they will also invite their friends. So if you're watching this and if you want to invite your team member or maybe your friend who wants to learn about game builder or how to design AI games, please invite them. Share the link with them, and then they can join this webinar. Okay, this is happening on YouTube, so you can watch it on any device, laptop, tab, phone, whatever you want. Okay, I will be starting with the Maker Studio. Avishkaar Maker Studio is our core tool. It's a software studio. Under it we'll be creating the game. There are different methods to create an AI game. Okay, and we have received a few comments as well. User okay said hello IRC webinar when. We have also done few webinars on IRC League earlier. So if you are interested in IRC League, go watch the videos on our YouTube channel. Okay, and the next IRC date is depends on from where you are messaging. So if you can type down uh, uh, you are from which state, then I can probably tell you when the next IRC is. Okay, however the nationals is from 16th 15th and 16th January 2026. Okay, so now let's get back to the game builder. And as I was telling you that we'll be using the AMS, the Avishkar Maker Studio. So I'll just go to AMS screen. If you don't know how to go to AMS, just either you can come to Avishkar homepage and then navigate through here. This is the AMS button. So if you just click on it, it will take you to the Avishkar Maker Studio page. Otherwise, you can just type down ams.avishkar.cc. You can see it is already typed in my browser tab. So yeah, ams.avishkar.cc. Now there are five major thing or five major file types. First one is hardware, which is for your robotics kit, IRC or any robotics AI project. Second is AI machine learning to control your robotics kits. There are different robotics kits with AI. Okay, whether it could be voice, it could be image, it could be body pose or hand gestures, whatever you want. Okay, the third one is a Python simulator. We have a Python notebook where you can write down your Python codes. Fourth is simulators. If you want to try out robotics on a game platform, on a simulated platform. And the fifth one, which we are going to discuss, is the game builder. Okay, so I'm going to click on the game builder first. Once you click on the game builder, you will see two options, the hand gesture and the body pose game. So there are mainly two types of game. The one game, which is the first one, the hand gesture game, is basically a game with which you can control with your hands. Okay, so I have two hands, I can use any one of them, and I have like the game or the camera can detect 21 points on my hand, and based on those 21 points I can track them and I can create out a game. Okay, the second one is the body pose game. The body pose game is basically tracking the whole body. So it will track my whole body. It will track my elbow, it will track my wrist joints, my face, my shoulder, hips, legs, everything. Okay, I will also be showing you some examples moving forward. But let's start with the AI hand gesture game. And let's check if we have received any comments side by side. Okay, so now we are into the Maker Studio, or now we are into the Avishkaar Game Builder mode, and we have selected the hand gesture game. Okay, so whenever we are creating a game, there are few things which we need to take care of. The first one is always the world design. Each game, whatever you play, either it's Mario, Free Fire, PUBG, uh, Subway Surfer, or any kind of game, each game has a world, a background, a world where the player or the sprite can roam around. Okay, if I'm talking about, let's say, Subway Surfer, Subway Surfer is the world of the Subway Surfer is the subway tracks. So there are multiple train carts, and there will be a rail system, and you have to run across it. Okay, similarly, if we talk about any other game, let's say PUBG, so there are different maps in PUBG. For example, Erangel, or forest, or city. So there are different type of world. So whenever we are creating a game, we need to first create a world. It could be a very simple colored screen, or it could be something that you like. Okay, so I'm going to start with my game world first, and to start with that, I just need to go to game, and I need to set up my game. Okay, so you can see game setup. Then I'll go and I'll see this thing, get world and set background image. So I'll just use this set background image. This is the default image. If you want to change it, just go to library, and then there you will be finding these background images, background music, tones, and sprites. So I'll click on background music, sorry, background image, and here I have different type of you can see these things, images. Okay, so yeah, there are different images. You can choose whatever you want. Okay, so let's suppose I want to use this one. I'll click on this city. Okay, I've selected this one, and then I'll go back to the block coding, and now I can change this and make the opacity to 100%, and then play the game. Now it is giving me an error. You can see both setup and loops block are mandatory. So the next part is the game loop. The game loop will actually have all the code, which will have all the logic of how our game will work. Okay. So now that I've done it, I'll just name it webinar demo. Okay, and save it. And then I'll play the game. So you'll be coming across this thing, and now you can see on the right hand side, or now that I have enlarged it, maximized it, you can see the city is there with the silhouette, and a white sky is there, so it is like cartoonish feel. Okay, now now let's do next thing, which is basically create a game. And in this game, what I will do is I will first take a alien maybe. Okay, so I'll take an alien, and I will move it across the screen, and my task is to pinch it. So first of all, you can see I have an alien over here, okay, in my sprite. But if I go to library, I can add another alien, whichever I want. Okay, so let's see if we have any other alien. I can choose this monster 5 and monster 6 to my game. Okay, and then I go to block coding. So I have two of the sprites now. What I'll do is I'll now create a sprite. So sprite is our character. So I'll go to sprite, and I'll click on create sprite, and I'll name it alien. And I'll use this one. So you can see now that we have this, uh, we can actually set its position. So set sprite position. Let's say I want its position to be randomized every time. It just keep on changing its position. Okay. So I'll go to mathematics and choose a random integer. But I can directly, if I directly apply on it, it will not work. What I need to do is I need to use this block, create position, because there are two directions, x and y. The x direction is this one. It starts from it starts from 0 and goes up to 800. You can see x goes up to 800. So I'll write down 750. I don't want to go beyond the screen, and over here I'll write 50. Similarly, from the top to bottom, it is from 450 to 450 or 0 to 450. So I'll add 50 to 400. Okay, and then once it is randomized, then I can test it. So save and play the game. Sorry, my bad. I did the wrong thing. I just need to use this one. I need to create that sprite into my setup, uh, and then I can watch it. Yeah, you can see the sprite is way bigger right now, and I want it to be very small, at least 30% smaller than this. So I'll go to sprite and I'll select set sprite scale by, let's say, 70%. So now if I play, let's see what happens to its size. Now you can see the size is smaller now. Let's reduce it further and I can go up to 55%. Save and play. This is how the character is there. Okay. Now if I want to move it from left to right, I can do one thing, which is adding uh, logic, and that logic will be change sprite alien x. So we can change the alien x by 0.2 and it will start moving from left to right. Okay, let's see what will happen. Hmm. Now you can see what is happening. So it is only uh, changing its position once and not doing that. Okay, so I'll just move this and I'll use a block which is move. So move sprite is another thing which moves it to whatever location you want. Okay, so I'll go to world and I can select a position, and this position could be, for example, if it is randomized over here and I want to move it over here. So this is 780, and let's suppose 60, and I want to increase the speed by 2, and then I'll save it, play. Why it is not moving? Let me quickly check. I think it is having some issues. Just let me do one thing. I'll open the tab again, and first I'll try out a previous game. Just give me 1 second. I'll go to game builder, AI hand gesture, and I'll open a game which is working, and then I'll explain. Okay. First, let me see if there is any issue with the platform. So let's suppose new collector. So this was a game that we created for the last year game league, and yeah, let's test it. I need to change some of the settings. So sound will be turned off and my key points will be on. So yeah, you can see now I'm able to do this. Okay, the bombs are falling from the top and I'm catching them with the help of my hand. Okay, and I guess same thing is happening over there. Why it is not working, why the game that I was making was not working, because the camera was not selected. So I'll go to open, and this was our game. Now let's test it. No, so it should change its position now. Yeah, you can see the camera, whenever the camera is detecting my hand, it is changing the position again. See, now that I've turned on the camera. So if you might come across this problem, if that whenever you have created a code and if something is not working according to you, just check if the camera access is there, because this uses the camera. So earlier my camera was not selected. I don't know if you were able to see this or not. Just give me 1 second, I'll just check. Yeah. So you have to click on this top button near the browser link, and let me see if you are able to see it. No, I guess you're not, so I just need to share the entire screen. Uh, yeah, now you'll be able to see it. So this is what I'm talking about. I have selected the correct camera for this. Earlier, the different camera was selected, which I'm using for my webinar. That's why it was not working. Currently, now you can see I have selected the laptop's internal camera, and as soon as I does this, it is saved, and now the camera is turned on, and now my game is also working. Okay, like this. So it moves to a position over there. Similarly, let's try the previous thing, which is change sprite x by 0.2. Okay, and then play. So now it will keep on moving towards the right side. Okay, now what I can do is I can actually increase the speed. So this speed would be, I can create a variable for that. So speed, set speed, and set its initial value as 0.5, and then I'll use this variable. Okay, so if I want to increase or decrease the speed, I can just change this number or change the value of the speed. Okay, now the next thing is, whenever this sprite goes beyond my screen, goes beyond this point, it should reset back. Okay, so what should be the logic? The logic should be, if sprite alien is touching the right edge. This is the right edge. If it is touching the right edge, then what should happen? Again, the same thing should happen, which is its position should be reset to a random location. So save, play, and now see what will happen. See, now whenever it is going towards that point, it is resetting back its position to a random point in the screen. Okay, what I can do is I can actually set it to 100 and this to -50. Now it will almost, yeah, see, and same I need to do over here, -50 to 100, and same for this number, you can choose it over here. Okay, but I think this is enough. So let's see. Now if it keeps on respawning at this edge, it will always spawn from the left side. It will always come from the left side. Okay, done. So now the next thing is to catch it. Now how to catch it? Catch it with my fingers. So to catch it with my fingers, what I need to do is I need to create a variable first of all and give it a name distance. Or to be exact, I can give it a name finger distance. Okay. So initially this finger distance would be 0. Okay, and then I'll calculate it. So I'll go to world or hand pose first, then I'll go to control, and if I use this logic, if hand is detected, then what should happen? The variable value finger distance should be calculated, and how to calculate that value is to calculate the distance between these 2 points. So I'll go to hand pose again, finger distance, and I'll go to math, then calculate distance between 2 points. What are those 2 points? So I'll go to hand pose. The first point is this, the fingertip, index fingertip, and the second point is the thumb tip. Okay, so this is the distance, and if this distance is less than something, then I can do that. Okay, otherwise then I can do something. For example, if this distance is less than 20, I can increase the speed of the alien. Okay, and I can show you that. So for example, I'll go to if finger distance, first use a control block and go to variable, finger distance is less than, and I'll use a number which is around let's use 70. Okay, if it is less than 70, then the speed should be increased by how much? So we'll use the set speed to, earlier it was 0.5, now I'll make it 2. Okay, so you can see we have changed it from 0.5 to 2. If not, it will again get slowed down. Okay, so 0 point. Now let's see, I have done the key points on, and then I'll play the game. So my hand is detected. Currently you can see it is moving slower, but as soon as I do this, it is way faster. See, So whenever I'm reducing the distance between my finger and thumb, index finger and thumb, this is moving faster. Okay, see, and every time it is coming back from the left side. Okay, but now I'm not able to catch this alien. Okay, this is some other logic which I told you. But if I want to catch it, what should I do? So for catching this alien, simple thing can be done, which is basically to pinch over it. Okay, and how to pinch over it? If both of these points, you can see in the camera, if you can see, there are red dots. If both of these red dots are on top of this alien, if my hand is touching this alien, that means I'm pinching this alien. Okay, so instead of increasing the speed, I use this logic. So if finger distance is less than 70 and hand pose, this position is uh, actually I use this, the distance is less, and then again use an if block inside, so it will be easier for me. Okay, so if this is happening, then next logic would be to check if both of my points of index finger and this finger are on top of the sprite. Okay, so there is a option which is if sprite contains position. Okay, so if sprite alien contains the position of this, and over here I can use, actually I can directly use this one, duplicate. I can do it with one finger and I can also do it with two fingers. Okay, so this, and I'll use an add. This and this. Okay, so now what I'm checking, whether or not the distance between 2 points is less than 70, and whether or not it is actually the both of the points are on top of alien or not. Okay, so if this is happening, what should be done? First of all, change the image of the sprite. Set sprite image to this and set speed to 0. So which will be, actually use this, duplicate and set speed to 0 so that it stops moving. Okay, and then I can either increase my life, increase my score, whatever you want, you can do that. Okay, I can also play a sound. So if my currently my sound is off, so I'll just turn it on, and then I'll add one of the tones, which is this is one. So add to game, block coding, and then I'll play this sound, play tone pop. Okay, and then after some time, I'll remove this, else we don't need it. After some time, which is around 20 milliseconds, so after around, or 50 milliseconds, after 50 milliseconds, we will just do this thing. We will again reset its position to a random number or to a random location, and we'll change the speed back to 0.5. Okay, so save, and now let's see what happens. Okay, so the image is changing, but it is not changing back, so I need to set it back to the initial image, and all of the sound and everything was coming as well. Okay, see you can hear multiple sound because what is happening currently, it is detecting multiple times that okay, I'm hitting it or I'm pinching over it. To stop that, we need to use properties. Currently, if I just give a life, for example, I'll show you what I'm talking about with an example. So let's create a variable of life first or score first. Okay, so score, set score initially to 0, and then I'll go to game, then I'll go to game score, set game score, and I'll set it to score. Okay, so if I'm hitting it, which is over here, I need to increase the game score. So I'll do two things. First of all, I'll increase the score. So set score to score plus 1, which is increasing the score 1 by 1 every time, and then showing it onto the display. Okay. So now see, whenever I'm pinching it, the score should increase by 1, but it will not increase by 1. It will increase by many numbers. Let's test it. See, I'm pinching once, but the score is increasing. Currently, pinched it only 6 times, but my score is 22. So that should not happen. Why it is happening? Because it is recording multiple times that I'm pinching it, and that is only because that I have not attached a property with it, and I have not notified the game that okay, I have pinched it once, don't pinch it or don't count it again and again. Okay, so currently it is counting it again and again and again, or a number of times, and that is what leading to the uneven score. And this is the main problem that we used to see while getting submissions of game. Okay, so for everyone, I'm going to tell you a tip or a hack how to solve it. Actually, it's not a hack, it's a logic which you need to implement. So first of all, for each of the sprite that you're creating, you will create a property. So I'll go to sprite and I'll create a sprite property. This property is pinched. You can give it any name. I'm just naming it is pinched. Is it really pinched earlier? So I've named it is pinched, and now you can see it under sprite. So if you go down, you will see this set sprite alien property is pinched to 0. Initially, I will set it to 0. You can set it to whatever number you want, but 0 means false, 1 means true. We'll just use the binary logic. Okay. So if this is done, over here, I'll change that property. So set alien property to 1. Okay. Now you can see we are already into this, so I need to check. Over here I'm checking multiple things, so to make it easier I will just use few of the logics. Okay, so what I'll do is, first of all, I'll delete this whole if thing. We don't need to detect the distance. Okay, we can just directly use this one. So if the sprite is touching, or if the sprite is on top of my finger and my thumb, and or another if the property is 0, that means initially its property, pinched property, should be 0, then only it should work. Okay, if it is already 1, then do not count it. So you can see if the alien property is 0, then only count it, otherwise not. So what I'll do is I will do this thing, set it after. So this is the logic where I'm resetting everything back, its image, its speed, its position, because now it will not be touching my hand, it will reset back to some other position, and then I will reset back its property to 0 as well. Okay, now just by adding these two blocks, nothing else, setting the property and checking the property, okay, my game will be improved. Now the score will increase by 1 only. Let's test. See, you are only now hearing one pop sound, and every time it is increasing by one. The score is only increasing by one. Okay, so this was all about score. Now, how to add lives? That is the next thing. Okay, so first of all, let's create a variable for life as well. So create lives, and I'll set it to, let's say initially we have only 5 lives. So 5, and then I'll set my game lives to lives. So initially the lives are 5, and if if this logic is happening, if it is touching the right edge, then I should lose a life. Okay, I need to stop it before reaching the right edge. Okay, so what I can do is I can just use this logic which we used for the score. Now instead of score plus 1, we'll use lives minus 1. So every time it will lose 1 life. Okay, and now the lives will keep on decreasing. Now let's see. So if I play it, you will see the lives remaining as 5, and each time it will drop by 1. See. Okay, so let's check why it is not happening. Okay, it is not happening again. It is not happening because I have only changed the variable. Okay, one more thing I need to add is set game lives to lives. I need to update it on the platform as well. Okay, so now you will see it decreasing. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. But it is now going to minus 1 and as well. Okay, so ideally we should not go to minus 1. What should happen? There should be two conditions. So I will add one thing, which is if the lives are less than equal to, or less than, actually less than 0, then the game should be over. So stop game, and I will show a text which says game over. Okay, and this is how much. The font should be 32, position should be center. So how to get the center? The world width should be half width, and the height should be half height. That means the center of the screen. Okay, so now if the lives falls below 0, the screen will be gone and it will show us a game over screen. Let's check. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, game over. Okay, so this was very simple. I hope you have already covered all those things, you know, all those things, but one thing that was new for you might be the property thing. So if you are seeing that you are facing an error in your game, whether or not if your uh, sprite is getting pinched, if it is getting pinched wrongly, just check if you have created the property or not. The property thing is very important, and the property will help you a lot. Okay, so this was all about this thing, the game league. I have told you, I have explained you how to create a game, a complete game. Most of the stuff is covered in this. most of the basics or advanced logics are also covered in this, because property was one thing which was left. But I guess this is easy and you can actually do it. So I don't think you will face any more problem while submitting your projects. Okay, so let's check if we have any comments right now. uh, okay. So one comment is, we tried running on a game friends Mac, it perfectly ran, but when we running on Windows, we encountered an issue. Uh, uh, can you send a video of this, and if possible, reach out to me? You might have doesn't touch the sprite. Uh, Shikharati, if you can explain your point, uh, that will also help me. And okay, it's the same thing. Shikharati shares, we tried running a game on a friend's Mac. It ran perfectly on it, but when we tried running it on Windows device, we encountered an issue. So to tell you about how this game builder work, the game builder actually needs some sort of graphic card in your system. It runs on machine learning. So if your Windows devices are very old, it could be a reason that it is not working on Windows devices. Otherwise, if you feel that your Windows devices are new and still it is not running perfectly, please reach out to us, share the code with me. Okay, I'll check and I'll let you know. Okay, if there are any uh, issue on software level. Okay, otherwise, properties are the thing which you might have not used in your game, so use the properties and they will work perfectly. Okay, any other questions, any other doubts, please ask. Everyone, if not, then I'll be moving on to the next part of this, where I'll be telling you something interesting. So Shikharati and unknown scam better, can you actually just tell me what are the configuration of your Windows devices? RAM, hard, how much RAM do you have? Which browser you were using? Do you have graphic cards in your system or not? Okay. And now I'm going to show you one thing. I'm sure it will help you a lot. Okay, this is for the participants who were asking for this, and I know we have been receiving a lot of comments for this. We are trying to give you a coupon code uh, for participating in Game League, and this time you would surely like it. So please use it wisely. Okay, and register your teams, register your team members, and try to participate in Game League. And here is your coupon. So this is a coupon code. If you apply this, you will finally get a decent amount off in your Game League registration. Okay, so for those who are asking for a discount code, this is the discount for you. Please use this. There are no spaces in this. This is AL100GL. You can use this while registration, and you will see a discount automatically applied onto your game league registration fee. Okay, so this was the final part of this webinar. I'm still waiting for any more comments. If we don't have any more comments, we can stop the stream, and then you can go on and try out this coupon code. And yeah, one more thing, I'll just do one thing. This was the coupon code. Now I'm going back and I'll tell you the last date of submission and registration. Before that, please make your submissions and register with your teams. Let me quickly change its size and show you. So this was the last date, or sorry, this is the last date for submission and registration. Make sure you submit your projects before 10th of December, because most of the time what you guys do is you start submitting your projects at the very end moment, and at the same time most of the people are also trying to do. There could be multiple problems. There could be internet connectivity at your end, there could be internet connectivity at the server end or at Avishkaar end. Okay, and if you lose it by 1 minute, you cannot submit anymore. Okay, so always try to submit one day earlier. So if the last date is 10 December, try to submit your projects by 9th of December, and you can also register your team till then. Okay, we have extended the deadlines for you guys, so try out. We have almost 50 teams right now. We need more registrations. So if you want to participate and win something exciting uh, and showcase your skills, do register in the game league and participate and submit your games. Okay, we are always here to help you. I found out that most of the people were facing problems in their codes, and they were not using the property thing in their games properly, so that's why I created this webinar, and I showed you how to use the properties in your game. Okay, once you start using properties, you'll be able to tackle most of the problem in your games. Okay. uh, okay, I guess this was all, and we will be posting it. Yes. Okay. Again, same comment from unknowns came better. I just need. Okay, I'll connect with you on a personal level. I have received your message. I'll connect with you later on. Okay, and I need few information from you. Let's tackle it offline. Okay. But for this webinar, thank you all. Thank you for joining in. And this was all about Avishkar Game League. If you want to know more, reach out to us, reach out to our website, join our WhatsApp channels or WhatsApp groups. Will be updated with new information every time. Okay, and if you face any kind of problem, you can reach out to our community and reach out to me, and I'll surely help you. Okay, bye bye.